What up, my murder? Every Star Wars fan out there wanted another action game after Fallen Order, and as a fellow Star Wars fan, I was elated once the game finally came out despite its many delays. However, right off the start, we noticed something felt kind of off. While it was cool to see a bit of below Coruscant's surface, we felt it lacked a bit of life. Citizenry was few and far between on each planet featured in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and the excuse for this, that is the only logical reasoning we could come to for the reason behind this, falls short of satisfying. Very short. Welcome to Star Wars Jedi Parkour.
Parkour! Michael! Parkour! Parkour! Extreme! Parkour! Parkour!
The game that focuses more on aggravating and tedious obstacles than actual gameplay or story. Condensed, this game will probably span an hour tops. Actually, that gives us an idea, and we may just edit our footage down to just the story elements and see how long it runs. If they got rid of all the tedious doubling back and running around in circles, there wouldn't be much of a game. They spent all of their time and energy fine-tuning parkour stunts that in all honesty they should have spent more time on. Combat was just shy of fine-tuned, and the different lightsaber stances being a cool idea and useful in unique situations, some were far more powerful than others and made us not want to use any but them. Puzzles fell short of satisfying and bordered on the aggravating way too much for us to play through rapidly and caused us to take a lot of breaks. Most of the time these puzzles involved parkour stunts and perfect timing, which was not the gameplay we wanted out of a gun-toting Jedi Knight story that painted itself like a western. Despite playing on PC, we had no technical issues despite what we heard, so those seemed to be fixed at least. We did love that you could finally get a red lightsaber, but not until after you start New Game Plus. The party saber was also a massive disappointment. Instead of changing colors or being a rainbow, they opted for one that changed every time you activated it. Now, on to the story. Beware of spoilers from here on out. Jedi Survivor's story far surpassed its gameplay, though still fell a bit short. Well, it's not until halfway through you realize that the fallen Jedi in the back-to-tank wasn't the main villain after all. They still could have done a much better job of making you care about the character and learn more of their mysterious past than the small snippets of conflict you get that paints them in a bad light. Honestly, we don't even remember his name at the time of writing this. A very forgettable villain that was overshadowed by the appearance of Vader, yet again, and a heart-wrenching betrayal with no satisfying ending. The reunion with Merrin is fun, the same with Grease and some of the others, all except for Seer. On the note of Vader's appearance, we call bullshit on Seer managing to push Vader as far as she did, even more so on the fact that you actually have to beat Vader as her with a unique lightsaber form that you can't get on Cal. Although one good thing came out of it, Seer is finally dead, and we don't have to listen to her preaching anymore. If she comes back as a Force Ghost in the sequel that's already in the works, we won't have anything to do with it. Killing that character off was the best decision they could have made for her, if only they had done it sooner. Back to the main plot, though, something that bothered us is this unheard mystery planet that's hidden in the abyss and the fact that they actually found it. The best part of the first game was that they decided to destroy the holocron and save continuity within the Star Wars universe. However, they didn't go that way this time. Not only are the rumors of endless treasures Grease spoke of one time in the entire game a bit suspicious, but so is the fact that the world seemed to corrupt that Dark Jedi from the back-to-tank. Yet no other Jedi were affected, and they somehow had time to build an entire Jedi temple there and not have the coordinates or methods of navigating the abyss to get to the world spread further than the immediate labs on Kobo and its moon? Even for Star Wars, this is stretching things quite a bit in terms of universe continuity. Inevitably, Grease will open up a cantina there and they'll be traveling back and forth for supplies, etc. We doubt Cal is going to give up his fight against the Empire after everything that happened to get there. Not to mention, if they open up another cantina, who are they going to serve drinks to? It raises more questions than it answers, including the intelligence of the writers and continuity experts. The only quality part of the story is Bode's betrayal and being the final boss. It's heart-wrenching and has no satisfying ending because Bode could have helped Cal in many ways, yet he felt he had to fight to the bitter end to keep the world a secret for his daughter. In a way, it was another tale of attachment taken too far by a Jedi afraid to lose someone. Classic Star Wars tales have done worse.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Though again, we can't help but feel bad for Bode because of what caused him to feel that was the only way he could see his daughter grow up. Yet you also get the sense at the very bitter end that he knew it was how it had to end with Cal killing him. We could do with a less parkour-y prequel starring Bode and his story, to be honest. Overall, we give this Star Wars Jedi Survivor a 3 out of 5 for its failings. If you disagree, give us a comment below and tell us your thoughts. Thanks for watching. This has been your review with The Captain Crow Show.